I'll add you to the meeting. So what this is going to be, I'm going to talk about some continuity sets. And you know, and Coach Graham's going and Coach Easton gonna hit me with how they gonna guard it, how they gonna defend it. So it's just a sparring matchup, you know. So it's some great minds coming together. So hopefully everybody can get something out of it. So we'll start out with this. So I like to D'Lo Stevens Bell, what's up, man? So I like to talk about why I like continuity sets. So I think scoring in transition is key. I think having quick hitters is key. You know, so, and then also I think having some kind of continuity and something that you can run. Because as coaches, we all come into those times where you're like, man, I got to go to a guy number 7 on the field. So I might have to go to guy number 8, somebody get in foul trouble. So this way you can teach everybody to make sure that they have something something that they can run. So Coach Easton and Coach Graham, you know, if you guys want to chime in, just hit your unmute button, say what you got to say, and then mute it back. And that way the camera just kind of keeps rolling on the board. So just make sure y'all good to see here. So the first thing, so I actually have a couple of different continuity sets that we'll look at. One is one I call, one is out of a 41 look. Okay, one is a 41 look, an NCU look. Then there's a USA look that we'll look at as a continuity as well. And then just as an age-old classic, we'll look at some flex stuff. All right. So I'm gonna just present these 3 different continuity sets. All right. So here we go. The first one, and all these are versus man. All these are versus man. So we'll start with the USA set. So I like the USA set because it incorporates ball screen, backdoor cuts, and high-low actions repetitively, okay? So this is something that's perfect if you have multiple handlers. If you got 3 guys who can dribble, 3 guys who can shoot it, then this is something you can run. So in the USA set, so what we have is we start out like this here. We're here, 1, 2. It's a 1-4 high look, okay? So we're like this, all right, just like so. So we pick a side, and when we dribble to that side, okay, this guy's gonna backdoor cut all the way through, just like so, all right? Dribble at him, he backdoor cuts through. This guy's gonna come and set this ball screen. Now you can be creative in here. You could screen away first and bring this guy over, or you can just let this guy set the screen the first time. This guy would lift up just a tad bit here. So we're gonna play middle off this ball screen, looking to get in that gap right there. So we got pick and roll. This guy's going to the basket. We wanna stay tight and not cross that line. So we make this guy's defender have to make a decision. So what ends up happening is if he can't turn that corner, then we kick out right there. So on the kick out there, 5 now has it, 3 is here, 2 is here, 1 will replace out this way, and 4 is low essentially right now. So 5 has the ball. 5 will then look at 3. When 4 sees 5, look at 3, 4 lift back up to this side. 3 then backdoor cuts all the way through. 2 lifts up out the corner to catch. Hits the 2 right here, and we follow it with a ball screen. And now 2 is playing middle, okay? So it's the same action continuously. So we go from one side to the next. So now 2 essentially has the ball. I'm gonna come back to this side. So I just showed you 3 rotations. So 2 has the ball here, 4 is here, 1 is there, and 3 is spaced this way. 5 is on the roll. I like this because you could pass right here, and this guy can duck in, boom, and we got a high-low look, okay? So that's an option. We could have hit this backdoor cut here as well, or this guy could shoot this ball from right in here. So that's the USA set. So I guess we'll just go back and forth. So coaches, let me know what you think and what you would do to stop.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, OG. We hear you.
Yeah, right. Go back to the others. Go back to the other one, right? The one that you did on the left side. All right. The minute that you get that ball out of the PG hand and put it in one of the wings' hands, I'm trapping his ass right now.
So you
My,
saying
my philosophy is get the ball in the person who does not have, they cannot make the right play with the ball.
So let me ask you this. So Easton, so the first pass I made on the penetration was the kick out to the 5. Is that the pass you trapping?
Nope. Go to the other one. Go to the other one.
So you gonna trap when the ball come here to the 2?
Why not?
No, I'm asking. I'm trying to make sure I understand what you're saying.
Well, initially you said that you were making a pass on the first board. You're making a pass to the wing on the left.
We start by dribbling down.
You say dribble down?
Yeah, we dribbling down to the wing. So the PG, to start it, I'm gonna show you the start again. I'm gonna show you the first part again. So the PG has it, right?
Right.
Okay, so we like this. The PG has it. He's gonna dribble down this way.
So you 4 high.
Yeah, I'm 1-4 high. So I'm dribbling down and cutting this guy through. So he still got it. The PG still has it. The PG hasn't passed it yet.
So let me ask you a question. So the PG still has the ball in his hand in, because you send him through.
Yes,
right.
PG still has it. So essentially what we look like is this. We just dribbled him through. So what we look like is this. The PG has it. The 4 is here. The 5 is there. My 2 is down here in the corner, and my 3 is here. So this is the look still. And the 4 is getting ready to come set a ball screen. Going middle. So I'm asking you, where are you bringing that trap from?
If you're doing a dribble handoff, I'm backing off. Because you're sending the 3 through. No, I ain't. I'm bringing the trap on the free throw line extended, because the PG still got the ball. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
So you're gonna trap.
That's exactly.
So you saying you're gonna trap the PG
on the corner, on free throw line extended.
So that's what
that one right there.
Trap. Right?
That's the first one I'm gonna trap, because I'm not worried about anybody that's on the opposite side of the court. I don't worry about. I ain't worried about them. Nope, I ain't worried about them.
Okay.
You gotta make a hell of a to get that ball over there. You gotta make a hell of a pass. You feel me? You gotta make a hell of a pass to get that over there.
I hear you. Hey, I see that crawfish got OG going. That crawfish got him going. OG, we gotta keep it clean, man. We gotta keep it clean. Graham, what you gonna do, man? What you gonna do to stop it?
I kind of agree with Coach Easton with, as far as, like, if you send that guy through, right? 9 out of 10 times, most kids, they're turning their head to the basketball when they're going through. So I'm teaching my guy, as soon as he turns his head away from the offense, go trap that guy dribbling time. So now we got him in the corner, and now we got him cut off. So now I'm loading up on the 3. I got my 3 players load up in initially a zone, take away the top pass. We're not gonna let you get the return pass. You're not gonna be able to return that pass. So we're taking that away initially. So again, I'm taking the only pass you could probably make is the skip. And if my guys can't get that skip pass, then we're gonna sub them.
So Graham, you saying
hey. Hold up. Graham, you cut the ratio of your baby, man. You look like a caveman right now, dog.
Hey, he's live, Coach. You can't do that. Like, he's live.
OG, we live. OG, we live. We all the way live right now. So, okay.
Brother, I love y'all.
Hey, so, Graham, you trapping with X1 and X2.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You're going to trap here and trap here, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're going to deny here?
Yes, sir.
Right? And probably
yes, sir.
X5 in this area?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
You probably have X3 in here somewhere.
Yes, sir.
Right? Kind of flooding the lane.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you'll be trapping it once the ball gets here.
Yes. As soon as he make that initial, because he is the point guard with the dribble drive, he sets the play. Either he's going left or right. So we're telling our guys, whatever side he declares to go, we're gonna shift. Yeah. And then once he turns his head, like I said, and then we're gonna go trap with that guy. We're gonna blitz him hard. So because you're taking away the sideline, we're forcing him toward the sideline. So now he can't see where he's trying to initially throw that pass to.
Right.
Hell yeah.
So
hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Well, David Graham, you understand this shit now? Well, you understand that shit, book, because that's exactly what I was going to tell you at.
We got Coach Samson Jackson in here with us. Coach Samson Jackson down in he one of my Union County guys, man. So Coach Samson Jackson, welcome. So what we're talking about right now is it's a USA set, and so it's a USA set.
I want to stand on something right quick. This is what I want you to listen to me. You want most guys that play the wing or the front don't have good ball decision making skills. I'm going to give that shit there to the PG on once he push them through, right? But guess what the other motherfucker gonna do? They stand around waiting on the PG to make a motherfucking ball, make a play to get the ball to him. But they ain't doing nothing. They're on the other side of the court. We're on the side of the court. You got three on one side of the court.
All right. So Coach Jackson, just to catch you up, okay? What we're doing is we kind of going back and forth. So Coach Graham and Coach Easton are outstanding defensive minds. All right. So what I'm doing is showing them 3 different continuity sets, and they are in turn telling me what they're going to do to stop it. Essentially, is what's going on right now. So in the first set is a USA set. I'm gonna just show Coach Jackson the set, and then we'll talk about what you guys said as a way to disrupt. So what you do, Coach, we start 1-4 high. We pick a side, dribble to that side. Then we will come through. We'll backdoor cut through, and then we're coming with a ball screen right in here. So the 1 then will come off of this ball screen and looking to get in the middle. 5 will step up. If he can't turn the corner or not hit the roll guy, which is forward roll this way, we'll hit the 5. 5 turns and looks at 3. 3 backdoor cuts, 2 lifts, pass there, and we set the same action, coming back toward the middle again. So what they're saying is when this initial guy goes through, they would stop this defender and bring him back to trap the ball on the first side to not allow him to come off that ball screen, is what they're saying. So they would essentially trap with X1 and X2, all right? Now, so this is going to be, so this is how we'll do it. So I'm gonna show a set, you guys show a defensive adjustment, I'm gonna show one more offensive adjustment, and then I'd love for you guys to show one more defensive adjustment, all right? And then we'll have to get going. All right, so this is what I would do. Now, the first time you did this, you probably would trap me the first time, okay? But that would probably be the last time, because what I would do is
Coach Willis, they're talking about trap as in killing the screen, killing the guard coming off the screen.
Yes, so they're not even going to let him get to the screen. They're going to trap him with the guy who was guarding the ball and the guy who backdoor cut through. They would stop that defender. So they're going to say, don't chase that guy through. When you see that guy turn his head to the ball, you just go back and trap the ball. So essentially my 4 who is here, they're not even leaving that guy. Okay?
Gotcha.
Coach Wade, what's going on, sir? Good to have you here. All right. So now, what I would do, instead of cutting him through, I cut him to the corner. I cut him straight down to the corner, and that way, this guy has to stay honest here.
Coach Willis, I don't think that was the defensive adjustment they were making.
No, it was. It was.
Was it?
Coach Graham, Coach Easton, that was the initial adjustment you made, correct?
Yeah. I am chopping that ball. I am chopping that shit. Once you get that motherfucking ball on that elbow.
Coach, we gotta keep it clean, Coach. Coach, we gotta keep it clean. Hey, so I know y'all laughing, but Easton the OG, man. You know what I'm saying? He an old head, so we try to keep it clean, man. So
you do what you do. Trying to get back in. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
So check it out. So if you're trapping this is going to be my adjustment. Okay. So since you're trapping it, let me get here and
William, I need your help.
And draw this.
William, I need your help.
Man, I'm gonna have to mute. I gotta mute Easton.
Coach Willis, mute Coach Easton real quick. Mute him real quick.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is this here. So this is what I would do. I'm still coming at you 1-4 high because I know you want to trap. That's something, again, Coach, that's something you need to pick up in your scout report. How defensive tendencies. If I'm playing against any team coached by James Easton or David Graham, I know they're trapping me anytime they possibly can. Probably the time I step foot off the bus, they're going to be trapping. All right? So you need to have that in your game plan. So when I dribble this way.
They will. I can see right now. I don't even know the fuck you diagram right now. I'm OG. This Zoom shit is fucking my head up. I don't know nothing.
Hang on.
Easton, wait a minute. Just hold tight. Wait, what's going on, man?
Coach Willis, mute James Easton, Coach. You ain't gonna be able to get nothing done right now. Mute my guy. We'll bring him back.
We'll bring him back,
Coach. Yeah.
Man, all right. So look, I would dribble him down, and I would just drop this 2 to the corner, straight here, instead of cutting him all the way through. Because I know you want to trap with his guy. So what that would mean is now we'll have this look. Because you're probably going to have X3. You probably bring X3 high instead of putting him low and drop your 5 because your 5 probably more rim protector, okay? Then so what I would do is I would still get in this ball screen. And what I do is hit you with some wolf action from the Minnesota Timberwolves, like they used to do with Kevin Love. So I would play middle and come off this screen, and I would roll him, and I'm going to lift this guy high up out the corner. Okay?
I'm going to say this here. This is what I'm going to say. I can see you. I can see Graham. That's what's happening. I can see you as well. This is what I'm going to say. We know defense is about heart. We know that. I'm willing to risk.
I can't really hear you, Coach. Your connection might.
Yeah, it's phone choppy.
Your phone a little choppy, Coach Easton. So we can't really hear what you're saying. So we just go.
I'm doing it. I don't know. This Zoom shit got me fucked up.
Coach.
Hey.
Coach Willis. Mute him, Coach Willis.
Easton, we got to move, man. We got to keep going.
Coach Willis, mute him. Mute him.
We got to keep going, man. We got to keep
Willis, so if you're blitzing that ball screen on that wing, and if you instead of ducking, if you've got a shooting big, like a Kevin Love situation, what we did is specifically in the NWAC against like Olympic, where they would blitz everything. Right. That 1-4 high, we out of that ball screen, we have the corner guard right? He flashes high post. The big comes out of that and slips to the corner. So you get some interchange, positional interchange, and then you have a playmaker at your high post now. Now your big can either space corner or dive short corner.
I love it.
You know what I mean? And you get a little more of a playmaker out of that double.
Okay.
But it's got to have some timing to it. I mean, it worked specifically for them, but I mean, if you had a 3 or a 2 that was more of a playmaker, that might be a way to get them going.
Okay, I love that, Coach. So
let me counter that. That's a great counter. So the reason why I'm saying I'm blitzing that, because I know for me, and Coach, you know this, I'm not going to let you walk down the court with this, take your time. No, I'm trying to rush you. So in that USA play and all those continuity, it's a timing thing. So by the time you get across half court, your PG like, man, I still got this much time. So now I'm blitzing that and I'm taking it away just so he can rush. You know what I mean? I want him to rush him out that way so he get out of that. Then next thing you know, I got something that I'm gonna take away. I'm gonna take away that like I said, when I'm gonna take away the return pass, and then I'm gonna give up the skip for enough so my guy can get the skip. If my kid can't get that skip, he got to come sit down with me.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what I mean? That's good stuff, Coach. That's good stuff, though.
Yeah, and for us, we knew that they always would play a big that didn't rotate. They had a big that was slow on rotation. So if we could get a guard diving in, we were going to get a mismatch, like a 2-5 or a 2-4 mismatch that we could attack and then go lob on the short corner. And that's so good. For us, that was more scout specific. Right. But like for us, if we get a high trap or we get somebody trying to force the ball out of our hands, we're keeping it real simple. We're going to, like our X concept, we're placing a playmaker at the high post, 2 guards out high, a guy in each corner, and we're just going to play basketball. You throw the ball to the high post, we're going to play one-on-one. And I've never played – I haven't recruited a kid in 7 years that can't shoot the basketball. If you can't hit a 15-foot jumper or more, I can't play your ass. And so now you still got to be able to post up, but I just can't play you if you can't space the floor because you got to create mismatches. And so that real easy concept, I mean, the trap, because we trap too to speed you up. We want to – I mean, I'd rather have a bad jump shot than a turnover any day of the week. But
right.
You know, that's just my concept. I want to play high tempo. And so I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible, especially against the blitz, because honestly, most kids today are highly skilled but don't have the basketball IQ to make those real complicated reads. When you're asking them to do more than 2 things, you're setting yourself up to be frustrated at halftime. And so if I'm getting somebody that's hyper aggressive like that, I'm trying to just space you and get and say my guard's quicker or my guy's going to be smarter to flash. You know, because particularly in our league, man, you don't have a lot of discipline, especially on the backside. You can catch people sleeping.
Right. No, I like that. So Coach Wade brings up a good point about just counter actions. Man, we got Coach Hen in the building. Coach Hen Robinson, man, what's going on, Coach? Jacksonville West Side High, formerly known as Forest. Shout out to Coach Hen in the building. Welcome, Coach. So what we're talking about is some continuity sets and then some defensive counters to them and then an offensive counter. So but we're going to move on right now to the next look, the 4-out set. Okay, and so, and again, the way this will work is I'll start with the set, and then we'll have some defensive counters, and then we'll put an offensive counter to that and move on. All right, so here. So this is out of 4-out look, okay? We have the one that's in, we have them high as more of a screener right now. So if your 41 look has a player who you're playing inside who does not necessarily have strong post move, right? A good thing that you can use them to do is to be a great screener, okay? So what we have here, we'll start with a pass across from 1 to 2, and then we'll set this shuffle coming right off the top side, or we can go backside. Either way, we'll come right off initially. Okay, if they give us that and this guy's asleep, I will put one of my better players here. Maybe somebody who can shoot it, somebody who they may not be leaving. Maybe you can catch somebody who's out of position over here, kind of not in help side like they need to. Maybe we get that layup and steal one. If not, then we'll pass down this way. This guy continues on out to here. And then we'll turn and we'll set this flare for this guy coming off, and this guy dribbles up, okay? We're going to the next side here. 4 is now here with the ball. 5 is in this area. 2 is here. 3 is here. 1 is here. So we'll throw that pass, And when we throw that pass, we'll dribble here and get a backdoor cut all the way through. Get a backdoor cut all the way through. And then we'll screen this force man to trail behind this dribble. All right? So as that guy's trailing behind the dribble, we'll go to the next side here. Make sure everybody's still with me. So 2 now has it in roughly this area. 1 should be about here. 3 is cut through. 4 is trailing behind. And 5 can then roll to the basket that way. So essentially what we have is we got shuffle, we got flare, we got shuffle, flare, and we got a pin down coming all back to back within the continuity. So essentially what we're doing is we're gonna make teams guard multiple actions in a row without breaks to see. So essentially we're testing how disciplined they are. Does everybody understand that? Does that make sense to everybody? So Coach Graham seeing that, and Coach Hen, if you got something you want to add, man, please feel free to chime in at any time.
So
know you my guy, man. So tell me, Coach Graham, what are you gonna do to counter that?
All right. So the 4 out 1 in with the high post guy, like I said, if he's not the most skilled guy, well, that's a lot of teams. Matter of fact, what's crazy is we played against Lincoln College and they ran this against us. And they put the tweener there. They didn't put their big there. So what we told our big was, listen, when he sets the screen and roll, when he sets the screen, or if he sets the screen on anybody, we're telling our guard the big to switch, because we don't believe that he can beat our guard. Because if he's the guy in the top guy setting the screen, or the guy that's gonna make the decision, we're gonna switch and then we're gonna deny everything else out of it. So that's my first counter to that. Go ahead, Coach.
So you say you're gonna switch?
Yes, I'm switching. Yes, I'm switching the first action.
So you're gonna switch the your 5 onto the 1 who goes out?
If he's going to screen, yes.
Right. Okay.
If he's going to screen, yes.
So because you don't believe he's gonna drop in post. Okay. And if he does, essentially,
right.
If he does, essentially, we don't want to play through that guy anyway.
Right. That's my thing.
Want to do.
That's my thing. Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying you're going to switch that initial action, right? So,
yes, sir.
Okay. So if you're switching, if you're going to switch, which is fine, so you're saying with X1 and X5, right? This would be X2, X4. The ball is here. He'll probably be there. He should be somewhere in here. He should be somewhere in there, help side, right? So you're saying when we make this pass and we come off this screen here, you're going to switch these two because he would lift out this way.
Correct. I'm switching big to guard and guard to big right there. That's the only switch that's happening. Everybody else was straight up.
Now, so if you do that to me, okay, we only got another 10 minutes, man. We got 10 minutes and then we got another 10 minutes and then we're gonna be done. All right. Really 8 minutes of counting. So I'm gonna just show this. So if you're gonna switch this, coach,
yes, sir.
If you're gonna switch this, then what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna seal this guy and then dive my 5 and lift that guy behind. So I'm gonna pull the help out of it. So what I'm saying is, what it'll look like is once my 2 catches, and I know I'm going faster, I apologize about that. Once my 2 catches the ball, I got 4 here and I got 1 there. So it's essentially 3 people on a side, and I'm gonna bring my 3 up this way, and your X1 is gonna be on my 5's back. You see that? So your X1 will be on my 5's back here. So essentially he screened, and now we're gonna seal and keep him behind us like a young Hen Robinson would back in the day. So,
yeah, but so my counter to that is, go ahead, Cuz, my bad.
So I would probably just lob that to the rim. I'll probably screen and just dive him to the rim. Now if I can't dive him to the rim and he catch and finish from 2 feet away, then he probably don't need to be on the floor anyway.
What I'm saying, though, Coach, is the reason why I'm doing that, because when you run that, you're running it for continuity and movement. At some point, you're trying to get an open three. So I'm not giving away the three. I'd rather take away, and that's the new way. That's how our league is in NAIA. NAIA, everybody can shoot. So if I try to fight over that, I'm going to get beat with a three.
Yes.
So that's what I'm thinking. So you're right, though. You're absolutely right. But that's what I'm not. I'm not giving away the three ball.
Okay.
In our conference, you can't afford, because the team shoot too good till you give up a three.
Okay. All right. Excellent job. So that is and the three that he's talking about in the initial draw, that three would have came from this guy. Okay. When we hit to the flare and dribbled this way, that guy who came around off that screen, he'd be wide open for three. We get that a lot at Linfield. Where I get that three a lot. We shoot that three a lot. So that's that. And while I got y'all on here, we only got about, I believe another 6 minutes. So instead of one more continuity set, well, actually we could, instead of doing that, I want to talk about this drive and draw concept in transition that Coach Graham and I were talking about a little bit yesterday, just to kind of finish us out for the night. So what you have in transition is essentially your point guard is bringing it up the court. You take your secondary handler or most athletic wing on ball side. You put a shooter on the opposite side, okay? And then here you got a couple options. You can get a rim runner and a trailer, okay? You could do that. Now, if you decide to do this, most coaches teach in transition, first guy back and stop to get to the basket, right? Protect the basket. Then somebody has to stop the ball, right? And then we look to match out, okay? Normally that's how transition defense works. So this drive and draw concept just says the point guard is just going to go until somebody stops him, okay? And as soon as somebody steps toward him, let's say they were here kind of like this, essentially. Well, as soon as somebody steps toward him, then that's where he passes the ball. So if that guy steps up, then we throw here. Now, keep in mind, I need to bring this back some. Because if they're going to let him get that far, then he probably get in here and shoot that. That makes sense? So we look to do this early on. If you're looking for teams that do this, I know they do it at Wilberforce. I know they do it at Dayton. I know they do it at BYU. So if you want to see some teams who do it live, let me know. I can put up a synergy clip also and email that to you so you can see it. But the point is here, so we got the ball, and what we're banking on is somebody's got to step up and stop the ball. Okay? Somebody has to step up and stop the ball. So again, if it's this guy, if it's this guy who steps to the ball, then if it's that guy who steps to it, then we may get a little deeper and throw this way to that guy, right? And if we do that, and if this guy steps up now, if he steps up, now we got a high-low look right away with this guy buried on the inside. Everybody see that? So essentially, what we're taking advantage of is team lack of matching up early in transition, number one, and then number two, creating long closeout angles. Okay? As you all know as coaches, we're so much better defensively if we can win closeouts, right? But so essentially what you're doing is causing teams to have to make long closeouts and compete off the bounce. So for example, this guy's on this side here, right? And then this guy's kind of asleep. And both of these guys step this way toward this ball, and this guy gets in here. So when we hit him, if he makes one more pass that way, we got shooter right here. You see that? Everybody see what I'm saying? We got shooter right there. And then now who gets to there? I don't know. So it's just a concept. I wanted to talk to you guys and see what you guys thought of that. Because I see a pattern of more teams going to that.
if you pitch 5 in transition, so if the 1 throws over to 5 in transition,
yep.
4 is going to be on the rim. If we have the 4 shuffle strong side, so he'll shuffle over into that block on the 5 side, right?
Right.
You now have the 1 pin away for the 3. You have that split concept where you got like that Stephen Clay action where you got 1 that can curl, 1 that can flare. We try to do a lot of that to see what they're going to do on guard on guard stuff. And then a lot of times we'll pull the 4 up and run a 45 pick and roll up high out of the slot. Because then you're going to get a mismatch where a big has to guard in transition. They're automatically going to be in drop coverage. And so with our smaller bigs, if we can get them off, if we can pull everybody up above the first hash defensively, we've won because now we have back cuts and lobs along the baseline all night. And so for us, that's how we try to attack that out of our transition.
I love it. Also, just let me note this. If you can have your best player essentially be this trail guy, then that really puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Because if this guy can catch and shoot this, now they have to get out there to him. Does that make sense? So that guy has to be able, if that guy can shoot a little bit, then that puts a lot of pressure on them. Now, I like what Coach just talked about with having 2-man action between this 1 and 3, right? With 2-man action just between this 1 and 3. So once that ball is passed, now you're talking about this whole 2-man action, right? So if they got shooting, they're taking away here, and we got 1 here. Now we could lift this 4, the ball screen, and then that leaves us with these 2 guys over here. We could pin down this way. He could curl that. He could come up for a shot. He could 7-cut this. You know what I mean? Or just slip it to the basket. He could be coming down, and this guy could step up instead of flare for him coming to the corner. And this 5 comes off his screen. And 5 could come off the screen that way. 4 could dive. 2 could lift behind. Okay? That's early action. A lot of things that you guys can do out of that. Okay? So our time, man, I'm sorry, but our time is up. Man, I really appreciate all these coaches coming by tonight. The link will be posted on the YouTube. And watch it again. Get you some laughs, especially early on. Coach
Hey, Coach Willis.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if it'll cut off while I'm talking or not.